Well, shucks howdy, cowboys.
What's up, statue dudes?
So we were working on a new song with the Human Centipede, and about halfway through, we decided that we needed to reorganize a little bit. We were trying to add more synths to the setup, and then we just ended up with a bunch of cables like everywhere. So we're like, all right, we need to get our lives in order, and we have a new setup now, which is actually really exciting because it's gonna allow us to do a lot more. So we're gonna kind of go over the setup with you, show you what we got going on. If you like the video, click like.
Slap like.
If you like the video,
Chisel a like.
there you go. If you like the video, chisel a like, and that's stupid.
If you like the video, get your chisel out. You know, like you're gonna make a marble statue, and just put it ever so gently against that like button, and just give it a little tap. Give that like button a little tap.
And then, yeah, subscribe because we're gonna keep doing these vlogs, and we're gonna post more music and stuff like that. Stick around to the end, you might hear some new music.
Kendall has no idea what's going on because he's still asleep, but I'm starting this week's video because we got some mail. So right after the stream, I went ahead and ordered some more of these MIDI cables, or they're like MIDI adapter cables. Basically, these allow us to take the MIDI signal from here, which is like an 1/8 inch output, and convert it to the 5-pin MIDI, which is what actually controls the synths. And then I also got this, which is, it's a 5-channel headphone splitter. We should be able to use this in conjunction with these and control 4 synths now.
We organized a little bit, and yeah, life is good now because there's not just a mess of cables everywhere. We got organized, but all of the channels on here are being used up. That's our next snag. I need 2 more because there's 2 outputs right here. One's for the guitar and one's for the bass. So because we don't have enough inputs on here for absolutely everything, we're trying to figure out a solution.
It's giving me an existential crisis. And so I went down a rabbit hole trying to find some affordable options.
Yeah.
I was hoping we can get like a 16-track version of one of those things, but it's just not really affordable. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 synths that we're trying to plug in. Each one,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 synths. 3 of them are mono anyways, but these 2 we could plug in stereo.
1, 2, 3.
We only have 8 audio inputs in our interface that goes to the computer, which is what we use to mix everything. So we need to condense this setup that we have right now so we can actually fit everything into 8 inputs. Because right now we have 5 synths, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that we want to plug in. The best thing would be if we could plug in the stereo ones in stereo and the mono ones in mono. But if we only do 1 track for each, that's still 5 right there. Then we need 2 for the stereo output on the drums because we definitely need stereo output on the drums. And then we have 1 for vocals. So that's 8. That's all 8 of them right there. So what we're thinking about doing is plugging the guitar and the bass into the mixer with the drums.
We could plug the guitar and bass into this mixer right here. But to do that, I'd have to run the signal through at least the guitar amp, because otherwise it would just be straight out from the pedals and the guitar wouldn't sound very good. So if we run those both direct into the computer, then I can use amp simulators. That frees up options for a lot more tones and stuff like that. Well, and it gives us more options for mixing. So I can have the guitar and the bass at different levels for different songs and just snap to it instead of having to turn a bunch of knobs and stuff.
I think it would be better to keep everything in separate groups. So I think it'd be better to unplug the drums from the mixer plug all the synths into the mixer, and then we actually could even do stereo for the synths that can be stereo. That would shrink the 5 synths into just 2 inputs. So we have 2 for all the synths, 2 for the stereo drums, 2 for guitar and bass, and then 1 for vocals, like this mic, and then 1 for this mic. And then that gives us all 8 of our inputs, and we can basically keep doing the audio the same way as we have been doing.
I think if we do it this way, running the synths into here, at least I know these two, the Microkorg and the Mini-Log, you can set internally a volume for the patch that you're using. I'm sure you can do it on here too. So this is the new setup. As you can see, synths all around. We got Dead Fred, and you can see my bass in the back, got the microphone. We're good to go. This setup is going to be really exciting because not only is it going to allow us to play the last 2 songs that we wrote, but it's also going to allow us to play everything we've written in the past, like Human Seed and all of our punk rock stuff. But it also opens up a ton of potential for new songs. So as you know, we really like to hear from you guys. We try to respond to every comment we get. And like when we're on our live streams, we usually try to say what's up to everybody when they tune in. And a couple weeks ago, someone had left a comment on I think on Facebook, but they said that they really liked Human Seed because I was talking about doing some kind of acoustic video. I can't remember which one it was.
You did an acoustic video of Human Seed.
Oh, I did. That's what it was. And they were like, can you guys do more electronic stuff that sounds like Human Seed? Because I think that that is y'all's sound. And we thought about it. We were like, yeah, you know what? That kind of is our sound because we really like doing punk rock stuff. We really like doing electronic stuff. But when we put everything together, that's when I think we're at our best. When we're playing our instruments and we have all this electronic stuff incorporated. So that's why we decided when we were reorganizing that we should set everything up in a way that we can put everything all together.
We like the challenge of figuring out how to put everything together. Sometimes it's super frustrating, but when we finally get everything set up, we both get so excited and
that's one of the things I love about making music is figuring out how to set all this stuff up and then making it work together to do what I want, trying to figure out how to make the right sounds at the right time. When I start doing that kind of thing, I get in the zone, man. I get so nothing else exists and I'm just so excited. I'm getting chills thinking about it right now.
That aha moment.
When something clicks, you have that ooh, yeah. It's gonna be really awesome to write more music with this setup because now we have everything. That's why we titled the video, Is This It for Marble Statues? Is this our new sound?
We've kind of searched for our sound, forever.
From off the wall experimental stuff to just rock and funk to synthwave, EDM, dubstep. We're finally just putting it all together.
And when we got this set up, we had that aha moment that was is this it? So since we have so many things that we want to have going all at the same time, we're using these guys. They're called Electribes, and these are basically our brains.
They're sequencers and MIDI controllers, and they also have sounds on them as well, like drum.
We're controlling some synths with this one, but then there was too many for just this one, so we had to add a second one.
The synths that we're using are the Arturia Micro Brute, the Microkorg, Ford Mini Log. And then the Sub 37. The Moog Minotaur. There's no keyboard on it, so the only way to control it is through the Electrive. This is sending MIDI out to this. And then, like we were talking about earlier, all of the synths had to be run through this mixer right here to get everything to be running into the computer, which we're using basically just as a mixer. Of course, over here we have Luke's drum set. Over here I got my bass guitar. Okay, so now we've got everything set up, gave you the rundown. Now, for proof of concept, we need to play some music and make sure this all works. If you saw the post that I put on Instagram the other day, then you kind of saw the beginnings of this song. I actually made that video using TikTok. We have a TikTok now, by the way. If you're on TikTok, follow us on there, because we're gonna post like some musical comedy stuff and just cool videos of us working on stuff. A lot of it will be different than what we post on like Instagram and Facebook too. And yeah, here is the start of what's gonna be a new song, kind of following in the footsteps of Human Seed. I forgot to say this earlier when we were recording, but after we got all this set up, that night I was like up all night playing with this setup, and that's when I came up with the idea for this song. So that's our new setup. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you're as excited as we are. This is going to be an awesome way to make new music and it lets us play all of our old stuff at the same time. And we're also like really pumped because we kind of found our sound now. We're gonna continue forward with this setup. We're gonna make more videos like this, vlog style. We're trying to post one every Saturday. So click the subscribe button, click the bell so you get notified when we post up new videos.
Chisel that like button.
And we'll see you next time. Peace out.